Recognized member for North Vancouver Seymour.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you to the member for her comments on this very important topic, tragic topic. The BC Liberal Caucus recognizes the value and importance of overdose prevention sites. It was under Premier Gordon Campbell when Insight, the first legal supervised drug injection site in North America, opened. And it was Minister Terry Lake who, in declaring a public health emergency in 2016, opened the door for resources allowing more overdose prevention sites to open and operate around the province. We have saved lives, but it's not enough. There needs to be more attention and effort put into treatment and recovery. Continuing to pour money into harm reduction, including replacement therapies and drug testing kits, helps save lives today, but won't end the cycle of addiction. One model that I've studied in great detail is the so-called Portuguese model. In 2001, Portugal decriminalized the possession and consumption of certain levels of drugs, transferring the issue from the legal system to the health system. Portugal is successful not because of decriminalization, but because it is immediate treatment and options that are made available to these citizens, and they offer them hope to get off drugs and rid themselves of their addiction. At UBCM, I heard from mayors and councillors across the province who are upset at the downloading of this crisis onto municipalities. Police resources are being stretched thin, and that's not even touching on first responders like paramedics and firefighters who are on the front lines. Recently, there have been stories in the media about drug paraphernalia found outside local elementary schools and parks. Parents are understandably concerned. Incidents like this would not happen in Portugal. When someone is found using or in possession of drugs, they are referred to the Commission for the Dissuasion of Drug Addiction. There, they are assessed for a variety of factors, including family and social history and psychosocial status. The Commission reviews individual cases and determines whether they are dependent on drugs and then refers them to treatment. The framework for Portugal's approach is based on the idea that substance use should be stopped and that government can play a vital role in achieving that. Madam Speaker, there will always be people who need drug replacement therapy, and we should continue to make that option available. Last spring, I asked the Minister how many people return time and time again to a safe consumption site, sometimes on the same day. She did not know the answer. The government doesn't even keep those records. Yet we do know from first responders that this does happen. They often revive the same person multiple times in the same day. Our first responders need help in the crisis. Our citizens need help from their trauma, their pain. They need treatment options right away, and that is the key to the success of the so-called Portuguese model. Portugal invested in free treatment made available to everyone. They invested in treatment and recovery services that connected citizens with what they need. For those that say this is just too much money, consider how much it costs for one person to be in a hospital for one day. Consider the cost of all those ambulances, naloxone kits, considering the drug replacement therapy forever, nursing care, doctor care, social care, housing, the legal system, the cost of crime, the cost of prison, the cost of human suffering, that person not working, not being with their family, that person not contributing to society, that person not getting well. When Dr. Gallo from Portugal's Commission for Drug Dissuasion visited Vancouver a year ago during the recovery conference, he couldn't believe what he saw. And our statistics show the rates of overdose and deaths have gone up since then. In 2016, there were 27 overdose deaths in Portugal. In BC, 993 people died of overdoses in 2016, 1,422 last year, and doctors say this year is going to be the same as last. Is Portugal's model something we should consider here? Maybe, but at least we should be trying, because what we are doing here in BC clearly isn't working. Government needs to make mental health and addictions and treatment and recovery a priority and work together to give people hope and opportunity for their lives and their families. It takes some understanding, some empathy, but mostly it takes political will. Thank you, Madam Speaker.